Hello, everybody. Scott Golden here with the Golden Opportunities Coaching YouTube channel. Welcome to those of you who are new. Welcome back to those of you seasoned veterans of what we do around here. We have over 500 subscribers now. Would love to get to a point where we've got closer to 1,000 so we can start giving money back to charity. In any event, we're going to talk today about tips for success. If you are trying to kind of level your life up and get to a more successful level, which I think all of us are doing at different levels, and certainly the relaunch that's going to come over the next 12 months or so post COVID is going to make people look at success differently, no doubt. But I encourage you to reach out at PO Perception on Twitter and or through the About Me section, then click on my website here and we can hook up to make that happen. But there are some things that successful people do repeatedly that can help you get where you need to be. And so the first is build relationships. Relationships matter more than knowledge in a lot of cases. And I think people undervalue the benefit of built out relationships. That is, people that'll vouch for you based on the character you've shown over a period of time. There's a difference between relationship and connection because if someone is relating to you, they will be able to articulate your benefits to a company, to a relationship situation, to a potential business opportunity, or whatever else you need them to advocate for. But that means putting the time in and building that relationship continually. The next thing is expect success with what you're doing. Notice I did not say expect immediate success or to expect that everything will go by flawlessly. But if you expect success, what you're expecting is that you will be adaptable and flexible enough to meet the needs of whatever it is you're trying to accomplish to the best of your ability. Now, this doesn't mean that you'll never have challenges. It doesn't mean that you can't get to a place where you kind of come to a crossroads and have to make you know differences and changes in your strategy or your approach to things. But the reality is, ultimately, you can get to where you need to be by having a mindset that no matter what, I'm going to come out ahead on this situation. The next is take smart risks. Study everything. Study trends. Study what customers need if you're in business. Study what people need and human behavior if you're trying to bolster your relationships. Study what people in the career you want to have are doing and how they get in and the relationships they start to build. Study how it is to be more balanced. If you're a spiritual person, link to your spirituality. If you're a scientific person, link to studies and research and knowledge. But study things and then take smart risks based on what you've studied. A smart risk is a risk where you've thought the potentials out, but it makes sense because you'll come out significantly ahead and you've built in against the margins of error so that you can end up doing okay in the end, even if things don't go according to exactly the way you plan or would prefer. Build your help team is the next point here. So, look, you can't do everything. There's only 24 hours in your day. There's only 7 days in your week. There's only 365 days in your year. There's only 86,400 seconds in your 24-hour period. So, that means your time is limited just like everyone else's. By the way, we have the same limits, all of us. But that doesn't mean that you can't build a team of people to do the things you're not good at, or do the things that you don't have time to do, or do the back office tasks if you're in business, or if you're a person that doesn't like shopping, then hire someone to go shopping for you. Is the time you waste doing menial tasks or tasks that are repetitive worth more if you're doing something you enjoy and you can afford to farm out the things that you're not good at? Probably. And ultimately, you're going to come ahead because your time is going to be more streamlined towards things that light you up rather than slow you down. The next is admit that others are ahead of you. And this is not the illusion of competition, it's about the reality that in all situations, there are people running alongside you. They're where you are. There are people behind you. They don't have all the knowledge they need. And there are people ahead of you. There are people that have done the work you're trying to do or built the connections you're trying to build or invented the things you're trying to invent, and they're ahead of you, but that doesn't mean they're better than you. It just means they're ahead. So accept that there are people who know more than you do and learn from them and try to mentor under them and try to mirror image the things they're doing well and avoid the mistakes they've made. Look, every successful person, millionaires, billionaires, business owners, athletes, they've all made mistakes because that's part of, although I would call them missteps, because that's part of human existence. But at the end of the day, they've learned from them. And so if you can extrapolate the lessons before you're negatively affected, you'll do a whole lot better. Then care what others feel. Be empathetic to the feelings, emotions, and connections you have with other people. This doesn't mean be a doormat. It also doesn't mean get so tied up in people's emotions that you lose yourself, but it does mean take time to really be invested in how people are doing. Even if that's 5 minutes, hey, how you doing? And you stop and you have a conversation because they say, hey, I broke my ankle this morning and I'm really in pain, or I had a fight with my significant other and I don't know what to do. Take the time, value people sometimes more than progress, because if you value people, they will help you progress, and that's super, super important. The next thing, second to last, is know that change is coming. Change is one of the few things in life that's a guarantee. Things are always changing, things are always evolving. The illusion that everything stays the same is one of the fundamental self lies that we tell ourselves, and it often holds people back. Whether it's politics, whether it's what we're going through faith wise, we need to grow, whether it's finances and the economy, whether it's relationships, all things change. Nothing stays stagnant for very long. And so the more flexible we are with the changes that are coming, the more successful we can be. The last thing is enjoy your life. I talk all the time, and central to my coaching practice over the last 13 plus years has been LLLS: live, laugh, love, serve. The idea is ultimately live, enjoy life. Laugh, nothing serious until you make it that way. Love, give and receive unconditional acceptance wherever you can, and serve. Make the world a better place. If you're centered on those four principles, at which enjoying life is the first, then you will get to a place where everything else falls into alignment. Hopefully, this is helpful to you. Keep your feet on the ground, your mind in the moment. Until next time, everybody.